Thanks. Now to our other big story tonight. Kelsey Schelling's family has waited 8 long years for this day. She's the 21-year-old woman who disappeared in 2013, and her ex-boyfriend Donthe Lucas is accused of killing her. After many delays in the case, today the first day of jury selection. Our Colette Bordelon joins us live from Pueblo, breaking down what's happening this week. Colette.
Yeah, you might not see a whole lot of coverage on the case this week. Jury selection is closed to the public, but that doesn't mean attorneys and the judge aren't still working. They have to seat a 12-person jury with potentially 2 alternates, and their big challenge is finding people whose minds aren't already made up when it comes to this case. When a case has been talked about for almost a decade,
I think it's going to cut both ways.
So if they didn't come in with a knowledge base, I'm sure they're talking about it.
the passage of time poses unique challenges in seating a jury.
The people that have, for instance, paid close attention to this case probably followed it from day one, and they're going to have that etched in their minds.
Retired District Judge MAES walked us through the process of selecting a jury called voir dire, which means to speak the truth.
To determine whether or not, there might be some bias involved one way or another.
In this case, potential jurors will first fill out questionnaires. Then there should be some individual questioning by attorneys on both sides starting Tuesday.
You have to give them enough information so you can question and probe enough to know what that juror is thinking or what information they do have, but you're not allowed to argue the facts and evidence at that point.
The judge is also active in the process.
So you're trying to strike jurors for cause if you don't want that juror, but the judge ultimately decides if a juror needs to be struck for cause or not.
But Stephen Longo points out attorneys also have the power to eliminate potential jurors in what's called a peremptory challenge.
It takes time, and in a case like this, it's going to take a bit longer.
And with a case of this magnitude, its notoriety, and a relatively small community, that time is essential.
I have great confidence in the jury trial system.
They're tasked to make a decision based on the evidence they see and hear during the trial.
They know the burden they're carrying, and one of the things in this particular case is they're going to have to sit there. Let's assume it goes a month. That's a lot of time to be taking it in,
A burden Kelsey Schelling's mom, Laura Saxton, also acknowledged, saying she's praying for the best possible jury and for the people on it, because she knows this will be a difficult process. Opening statements are expected on February 3rd. That's next Wednesday. But of course, that could all change depending on how quickly a jury is selected. No cameras allowed in the courtroom, but I'll be here every day of this trial. Stick with us for your coverage. Always watching out for you, Pueblo. Colette Bordelon, News 5.